That's what you read, and this is what's gonna happen. That's what the thumbnail is about. This is what the caption is about. This is what the video is about. So if that's what you're here for, then you clicked on the right video. There's your reaffirmation. Okay, I've watched 3 episodes of Bridgerton, season 3. That's all I know about it. And I've seen these 3 thumbnails in the back here. That's all I know about it. But I met some characters, but I'm talking to the pro today. Yeah. She has all the theories figured out. She's got all the insides and outsides, and upsides and downsides. Okay, as we go along, you'll figure out what we need to speak some code sometimes, because obviously it's quite like difficult and to follow along, you know.
Well, I'm gonna catch you up. That's the whole point.
Okay.
I'm gonna catch you up.
So just first of all, I'd like to say how this is very spontaneous, and as soon as I said let's do a live, because she was talking about, she ran and put some makeup on.
Can't go live if you're not gonna have a filter. You need to at least.
I'm like,
cute.
this is great because you're just talking about it already, and I'm like, I'm like, oh, this is way too funny to not record.
Okay, let's
And then
do
she
it.
ran up
Let's
and got-
tell the people the funny parts, because they're like, what are you talking about here? Okay, so let's go. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2. Bridgerton. We watched 3 episodes last night, and then I kept watching. So I what do you call that? Binge watched.
So yeah, so
I binge watched while he
Okay,
was sleeping.
So I asked what was with Chuckles? Yeah, what happened to Chuckles? So Chuckles,
is AKA Penelope. Is that her name? Pen.
the chick
Yeah,
that's
the Doubtfire chick.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah, she's the whistle down lady.
Yeah, Mrs. Haberdash.
Yeah,
right?
that one.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
one. Okay, so what I saw was like the last thing I saw was she kissed the dude. She kissed Prince Charming.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Colin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they were like, "Oh my God, I'm so in love with you." And she's like, "I feel the same thing." And then I passed out.
Riveting story. So I'm catching him up. So where he fell asleep, he asked me what happened with Haberdash. Whistle down.
Whistle something.
Chuckles.
Yeah.
Penelope.
Chuckles.
What happened? So, okay.
So they made out, and then all of a sudden you told me they got married.
Well, first they got engaged. So, okay.
So here's probably spoiler, whatever the thing is, you know, like if you're here and you're getting upset because you haven't watched, you gotta binge watch that shit. Otherwise, you're too late today, you know. Anyways, go on. So say whatever you need to say. Don't hold back.
Say what you need to say.
Yeah.
Say what you need to say.
You don't even know what happened.
But because it's all confusing, because there's a lot of names and a lot of things. So basically, I don't even know what happened.
So Chuckles made a lot of money.
Okay. So they got engaged. They came in, they busted in to all the family, and they were like, "We're engaged." And then you said, you were like, "That happened so fast." And I said, because Whistledown is a master manifester. She was like,
Obviously.
"I want this dude." And finally, it only took 15 years for her to master manifest this thing. What are
Only
you doing? I
15
can't. You're making me
years.
dizzy.
My arm is getting tired.
I
that's
told
why.
you.
Okay.
I told him put on the tripod.
Okay.
I told him.
Okay, go on.
But he gonna find out that his arm's gonna hurt. All right. So, Whistledown. Colin get engaged to
You were a
Whistledown.
master. You got every detail right. Go
The
on.
engagement. Yeah, they got engaged. So then, what happens? See, it's so much better when you're in front of me. I'm like talking. All right, who am I talking to? I'm talking to
No,
you
you
guys.
can talk to me. Let's just talk
I think
to
it's
me.
easier if I talk to you, because
Yeah.
then I can explain it to you. Because I'm trying to explain it to the camera. It doesn't make sense, but it
Yeah.
makes sense. All right.
Okay.
So
I think
Whistledown.
Okay, go on.
Whistledown is Pen. You call Pen. Who is Pen to you? Chuckles.
The same, yeah. Chuckles, everybody's same.
Chuckles, Pen, and Whistledown are
Right
the
on.
same.
Mm.
So she gets engaged, but the whole drama is everybody wants to know. The queen wants to know. Oh, I gotta tell you this part though. This is really interesting. So my mom loves what's that? Downton Abbey. And I was
Splendid.
I was telling Jelly, I said, but my mom doesn't like Bridgerton. And it's because she can't imagine black people being the queen. It's like confusing for
Or
her.
wearing the clothes that they're wearing, right?
Right. She's like the
That's
wigs
hilarious.
and all the things, but white people wore white powdered wigs. So why can't like a coiffeur? That's what they call it. Coiffed, the coiffeur. I like my coif.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Hair, coif, coif.
Coif, okay.
I think it's a French term. I'm not really sure. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
back to the engagement. I don't know what's interesting about this. What do you want to know?
I know before you were just talking. You were just telling me what was going on. Everything was crazy. And I was like, is there an open end? And you said, oh, there's still...
There's still more because there's still more family members.
So-
Shout out to Shonda. I know, you're like, who the hell is Shonda? Shonda is the person who wrote this, who brought this to light and made it so cool. All right.
You know her?
No.
Okay, anyway, shout
Just
out.
because I'm black doesn't mean I know all of Black Hollywood.
I know every German.
Just call me Spike Lee.
No.
Who loves Spike? Okay.
Okay.
So Shonda created this series. Basically, Penn, who is Whistledown, who is Chuckles.
Are you getting lost inside your own facial features? I could see you staring at yourself, going like, "Oh my God, I'm so beautiful. I forgot every word I wanted to say."
Right. That's what happens when you're so.
Okay.
Okay.
This is why you shouldn't look at the camera. You get distracted by yourself.
It was actually, sorry guys, it was so much more fun when we were talking before, but this is fun.
Yeah, it's
Who
all
says
fun.
it's not fun?
Nobody says that. Okay,
Jelly.
go on. I'm staring at myself now.
Okay,
Go on,
you
and
stare
tell
at
me
yourself,
about
and
it.
I'll tell you about. There was an engagement, and then there's this underlying turmoil because Penn knows that she's Whistledown.
No.
Yeah, and if she tells that she's Whistledown, nice background. If she tells that she's Whistledown, then she's gonna lose her man. And so she wants to keep her man. But in order to keep her man, she has to not tell. But she was gonna tell because otherwise the story dies with her not telling, right? So she has to tell. So then the story goes around how she's gonna tell everybody that she's Whistledown. I don't know. The queen puts out, I don't know. I don't know. I'm lost now. The queen, because I told you everything. So now I'm spent.
So now you're spent. So tell me, okay, then we gotta mix this up. Or we can just stop it here, that's fine.
No, it's so interesting.
Stare at yourself. Okay, let's talk about the fact that this is based on real life event.
Is it? It's based in history. Historically, it's okay. So it's set in a time in our history when women had to rely on men.
No.
Or at least
That
they
never
thought they did.
happened. They never had to do that.
Women were told that if they didn't have a man or weren't married, then they weren't anything. And men wanted to seek a partner, but yeah, so it's kind of weird. So there's love in this story. There's connection in this story between Penn and Colin. And so I think what made it more interesting was that you were like, who is it? Who is that? And you were like, oh, that's that guy. And I said, oh, that's that girl.
So, I wasn't listening.
Nobody's listening.
Dearest gentle reader,
That's Penelope.
we have been apart for far too long.
Okay, let's get out of